Hey guys, watch this.
I hardly see how this is fair.
How is this not fair?
Yeah, I don't see a problem.
First of all, we don't even have arms to hit the balls back. Secondly, you're basically playing against an old man. Help me! Don't you have any friends you could play this with?
Look, I don't have any friends to play with. Nobody wants to play tennis. I don't know.
Yeah, that checks out.
I just wish there was a way to play sports without all the annoying junk. The other people, the skill, the sweat. Gross, why is it wet? You don't even have a mouth.
So the first thing I wrote for the script is before we had video games, we had sports. Some of the first video games to come out were of course based on sports because you didn't need to make a new game, there are already games that exist, and they're simple. Of course, one of the first video games you can think of is Pong, which is just ping pong, it's table tennis, it's simple. We weren't ready for anything complicated, like Yeek. The world just was not ready yet. But when the NES, hi cat. But when the NES came around with its spectacular graphics, the world knew we were ready for more. Not that much more.
This place is the bomb!
But approximately this much more. If I had to guess, about a quarter of the NES library has to be sports games, because why wouldn't they be? If you were a kid in the 80s, which one would you pick? Hoops or Gyromite? What the f is that? I don't want to be bald.
Between Hoops and Gyromite, I do like the baldness.
You would be a fan of the baldness.
Can I throw this at you?
Yes. So this is every sports game I could find. Starting off with the great American sport of football, we got 10-Yard Fight from Nintendo. And, I don't know anything about football. Could you tell? Give me the benefit of the doubt here. I know the basics. You cross yards to get points. You score touchdowns. Kendrick Lamar calls somebody a pedophile in the middle of it. But I wasn't aware Patrick Mahomes could Superman fly across the fucking field. Like, holy shit, these guys move! Is this how Tom Brady or Travis Kelce do it? Or... I don't know anybody else who plays football. But honestly, my favorite part of the game is the coach running at Mach speed to do coaching stuff.
Sportsball, am I right?
Despite my limited knowledge on the sport, it was good, it was fine, I understood, it was easy to understand. Unlike Play Action Football, a game hell-bent on giving you a headache, this game opens up with a whole lot of patriotism. I had to stand for the flag myself. Getting into the game and, oh boy, a slide! Hey guys, see this controller? See how there's a D-pad, up, down, left, right? Yeah, so why would you make everything diagonal? Okay, whatever, it doesn't bother me too much. It's not too hard to control. Oh shit, I fumbled the ball. Don't look at me like that. Damn, this coach looks as sick of his job as I am with these games already. So now we... What? Okay, I'll admit, maybe if I was super into football, I'd understand all these menus, but I don't know. This seems like a lot when I'm just going to be tackled immediately and judged by this slimy creature.
Balling.
All-Pro Basketball is a pretty alright basketball game if you also think whatever is in this bucket is a pretty alright basketball game. I guess the controls and gameplay are fine, but this right here ruins it for me. Whenever the ball crosses the middle line, the entire game stops for it to switch to the other side, and it makes me want to hurl every single time. Like, this is genuinely awful. Could you imagine this in any other sport?
Turn around, turn around. I need to see the hoop. I need to see the hoop. I need to see the hoop.
Also, when I was playing with a friend, the computer players could steal the ball, but we couldn't, but that could just be a skill issue. You know. Yeah, let's move on to a different basketball game. Like Hoops, a game that fixes all my problems with All-Pro Basketball. This game feels a lot better to control, and look at that, we play on only one side of the court so we don't have to have an advertisement every time we go to the other side of the court. And just look at this colorful cast of characters. Each character has their own stats and have the names of vacuum cleaners, probably because they also look like vacuum cleaners. Tell me you know someone who looks like this. Blades of Steel f***ing scares me.
I boot up the game expecting some regular ice hockey action. I choose my hometown of Montreal, and I'm put into the darkest hockey arena ever. Seems like a run-of-the-mill NES hockey game until boom, aggravated assault. Holy shit, this is awesome! We should add this to more sports!
Alright.
Also, I wrote this script before that US and Canada match. Holy crap, I didn't know they could actually do that. They're just beating the shit out of each other. This is actually one of the more enjoyable games I've played. There's just one problem. My eyes sting! That could be from the pepper spray though. I know I've been complaining about not knowing who I'm controlling in these games, but this is definitely not how to do it. But I can't hate the game. The voiceovers are worth the money I paid for it.
Wow, it's crazy.
If you're looking for a more casual hockey game, I would recommend Ice Hockey. This game features 3 different playable characters that have their own strengths and weaknesses, a way less egregious way of telling which character you are, and who am I kidding, who can top this? Championship Bowling, the only bowling game featuring Steve Irwin. I mean, it must be Steve Irwin, why else would there be a penguin and a rabbit on the title screen? And this game, I just don't understand it. First of all, why is everything ginormous? This lady stands in the middle of the lane after each turn and she looks about as big as the bowling pins. And speaking of the bowling pins, the physics of both the bowling ball and the pins make about as much sense as the penguin on the title screen. No matter how perfectly I throw the ball, I just can't get a strike. So I tried failing on purpose, but it was impossible to get a gutter ball either. Seriously, watch me try getting a gutter ball right now.
Where's the sound?
Huh?
The sound for the game, Ryan.
Oh, I just didn't think it was that important.
I can turn up the volume for you.
No, please don't.
What the hell is that noise?
I want you! The music that plays during the main game is, no joke, I timed it, a 23-second long loop that plays over and over and over again during the 10-minute game that already feels like it was designed by a bunch of rabbits fucking on a keyboard until a game popped out. Holy crap, is that why there's rabbits on the menu screen?
It's that freaking music again!
I'm not fucking scared of you. Ew. Welcome to Nintendo's Baseball, or as the game puts it, I am not a fan of baseball at all. It just isn't a really interesting sport for me. And this game doesn't do it any favors. Like, yep, that is a baseball. You can keep the game in limbo if you do this. Are you entertained yet? So let's try Major League Baseball instead, and it's pretty much the same. Okay, well I do have the manual for this game, so maybe it'll give us a few pointers. Sure, you've always wanted to be a professional ball player, but have you ever thought about managing? I mean, I've dabbled. This is real baseball, for real baseball fans. Perfect. Oh, this is what I'm looking for, how to use the controller. Shit, that's how? So this game is a little different from Nintendo's offering, as this game has more of an emphasis of being a team manager instead of a player. But unfortunately, these controls make zero sense, and I would not have found this out if I didn't have the manual. Oh hey, they have a list of all the teams. Oh shit, cultural appropriation!
Cultural appropriation, get down!
Thank you. Oh, okay. How about Jaleco? I'm not sure what- oh god damn it. Jaleco is the company behind a good few of these sports games and migraines. First, we get to choose a team to play as, and if you know me, I always root for Team H. And oh my god, this feels like I'm playing baseball underwater. Why is everything so slow? Baseballs don't move like this. Yo, Super Nintendo, go long.
Still don't have limbs.
Even aside from the slowness, this game doesn't feel great to play. When batting, you see yourself from the pitcher's perspective, which, at least for me, makes it way harder to discern where the ball is compared to the batter. I could just never hit the ball in this game. It's also hard to know who I'm controlling when I'm trying to catch the ball. Sometimes I'll be controlling one player and then I'll switch my controls to another one. But this game is worth it for the home run animation. God, not this asshole again.
I would say I'm done with baseball games, but I think I contracted a disease from talking about them so much.
After selecting your team, you see... Purple guy! This game is actually a bit enjoyable, you know, for a baseball game on NES. Every sprite was remade so it looks pretty distinct from the first one, and made all the sprites smaller so you could see more of the field at once, so it's not as hard to see where you're going. It still has the weird perspective for batting, but no one's perfect. Maybe I'm ready to forgive you, Julico. God damn it! Bases loaded, more like my diaper's loaded.
So yeah, there's a third one of these games, and can I say something real quick? The first one has no numbers, obviously. The second one uses Roman numerals, and the third one just uses the number 3. How dare they?
Whatever, let's just... What is edit? Oh, cool. You can make your own player and edit its stats. That's pretty fun. I don't know what any of these stats mean, but this is Dargo, my new OC. He's the best baseball player ever, and his favorite food is oyster shells. Okay, now that we have a champion in the making, it's time to boot up a game. Before I can do anything, it starts with this text. Play the perfect game, get a perfect rating. It's not just enough to beat the other team. Every time you make an error, points will be deducted from your overall rating. Can you play the perfect game?
Well, that seems a little excessive, but you know what? Screw these baseball games. I'm gonna beat these baseball games once and for all.
Strike! Strike! Out! Strike! Out! Strike! Strike! Strike!
So somehow they made everything worse. Everything returns to a snail's pace again. Definitely not as slow as the first one, but definitely enough for me to want to eat a shoe. But the only reason it's slow again is because for some reason the game is extremely zoomed in, so I cannot see where I'm going. They added the ability to jump to catch the ball, which is helpful, but it doesn't matter because again, my player is not on the screen. Okay, I swear that was the last baseball game, so let's try Nintendo Soccer, a game I totally play on NES and I'm not playing on the Nintendo Switch. I choose my hometown of Bra and proceeded to break my foot. This ball moves like I'm kicking a rock. It has to weigh like 40 pounds. That is, if you even get the chance to kick the ball, because this game will randomly change who you're playing as. Your character is indicated by the player number over its head, and it will never change when you want it to. There is zero tactic to the game because if you try kicking the ball to another teammate, nothing happens! You're still playing as the guy who kicked the ball, allowing the other team to get the ball! If you don't like Nintendo's offering for a soccer game, you can have Jalico come back and disappoint you instead with GOAL! And yes, that's GOAL! With an exclamation mark because everyone who talks about GOAL is so excited to talk about GOAL! They have to shout every time they say GOAL! And booting up the game, god damn it, not this shit again. Whatever, it doesn't affect me that much. The controls are alright. I think it controls a bit better than Nintendo Soccer game. I could actually tell who I'm controlling. Other than that, yup, it's soccer. What do you want me to say about half these games? Like, yeah, it's a sport. The real sport is probably more interesting. Unless you're golf. That's not interesting in any scenario. And this game pisses me off. Nintendo has the gall to give this game the seal of approval, literally name the game golf, and yet in the rules section of the manual it says, quote, note that some rules differ from the real golf rules. What the hell is this then? I'll tell you what it is. It's a subpar sports game. It plays how you would expect a golf to play. Get the ball into the hole in as little hits as possible. Oh, and do that in complete silence. The only fun fact I have about this is that Wii Sports emulates the map exactly in its golf mode, which means play Wii Sports instead of this. So play Nintendo Golf, because there's not a video golf game on par with it anywhere. Until there was. These games are pretty much the same, to the point I would consider NES Open Golf Deluxe with Funky Mode. It has the same controls and the courses look pretty similar, but things feel a lot more finished. Finished menus, finished music, even a full cutscene and story. And it has my favorite Mario character, Tony. Slalom? Slalom? Slalom?
Slalom.
Slalom?
Slalom.
Okay. Slalom is an arcade skiing game made by Rareware, and this game is honestly pretty addicting. The goal of the game is to race to the bottom of the track while trying to stay in between the flags and avoiding any obstacles and other skiers. The difficulty of the track you're playing on is determined by the very blandly named mountains you pick at the beginning of the game. Snowy Hill for easy, Steep Peak for medium, and Mount Nasty for hard. My, girl mounted something nasty last night, if you know what I mean. It was a horse, it kicked her off and she died. Finally, a sport I can relate to! And booting up the game,
It's tennis!
unfortunately, this game has a problem that isn't even their fault. Tennis is very boring when made into a video game. There's a reason why the big sports franchises don't involve this sport, because it's just run and press A, run and press A. And because of this design, this game shows its age. I've sinned so much in this accursed life. Every depiction of hell I've ever seen couldn't serve the justice needed to punish me. Until now. I don't actually own this game. What's that? You want to play the tennis game with worse controls and worse perspectives and it's impossible to know where the ball is? Why do you want that?
Just put your forehead right there.
I really genuinely tried to figure out how to hit the ball back in this game, but I was only able to do it a few times. The timing and precision are impossible to decipher, and it doesn't help that I'm playing as a bunch of clones that squirm like worms on concrete. I'm almost done. After this, I'll finally be done with all these shitty sports games that make zero sense. Here it is, World Class Track Meet. This is the last sports game on the NES. The last one. I have the pack-in title with Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt, so I can do this. Oh wow, that's wow. Oh, that's. Oh god. Okay, let's start a race.
What's that? I need a trackpad accessory for this? And it's super out of my budget? And we ran out of baby carrots? Oh god. Wait. That means I'm finally done. Thank God. From what I've seen, sports games just weren't a great fit for the NES. They were either too simple and ended up being boring, or they were way too complicated, both for the system and the player. Only a few of these sports could be nicely replicated in video game format, and my favorite games out of all of these added features that weren't in the real sport to fit the new environment they're in. So what did we learn today, kids?
That you need to start going outside and playing real sports. Like going a walk and starting to tan. You're pale white. If I looked at you from far away, you might blend in with your white wall. You white boy.